After the interception, here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Now it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Boston Scott. They'll look to set up his blockers. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Faking the give, now Watson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And Chubb will try the middle here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
York able to send this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 55 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter action in Super Bowl 57. Here's a 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. On the return is Scott. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Steps nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Beckham. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
On 2nd and 10, Watson, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because
And it'll be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question in my...
He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They give him a gain of 37.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process, and really... it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Now left side on the swing pass. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And now here is another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Watson on 1st down. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Again, it's Watson. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would have pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A big play there for Philly. 63 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll turn to Sanders.
And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And, partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. The Browns' drive about to get started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Watson on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. That's out to Chubb, complete.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Watson's going to throw it here. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.